First of all, introduce yourself and tell me where you're from. What's your background?
All right. My name is Uriah Brown. I just graduated from Brooklyn College. I got my 4-year degree in international business. I'm going to go back in August to get my master's in business economics. As far as my background goes, I mean, I grew up right here in Brooklyn, in East New York, Brooklyn. Very poor. 3 brothers, 3 sisters. Didn't have much at all, and I think that's one of the things that pushed me to actually go to college and to get my bachelor's, to pursue a master's degree. I'm 22 years old. You know, I've done a lot in terms of going to China, in terms of investing on Wall Street, in terms of getting my degrees, and just doing more, more and more. And the goal is just to continue to strive for more, to help out the younger, the younger kids that's coming up and stuff like that.
All right. How long have you known Restoration, and what service and what service you came to Restoration for?
I've known the program since maybe 2008. Back in high school, one of the people who ran the program came to my high school, which is Boys and Girls High School. They came to the school to actually, get some of the students to actually join the program. And at the time, I spoke with one of the people, and we talked and we got to know each other, and she actually let me into the program. And the program helped me out a lot. In terms of, they helped me with my cover letter, with my resume. They helped me find a small little part-time job. They helped me find internships, and I think that makes the biggest deal. The fact that you had that group there, you had that group that's there to actually say, we actually believe in you, you know? Because I think sometimes that makes all the difference. Because at Brooklyn College, we have a group they call ERIS, E-R-I-S. And like what they do there is actually help young black men, stay in school and graduate on time. And this kind of serves as the same, because of the fact that they're there and they target the high school kids. And I think it's a good thing what they do. They're trying to get the high school kids to actually, find scholarships to go to college and stuff like that. So, Restoration is a pretty cool program.
Well, what would you say? Why would you suggest that others, the community, people in general, support an organization like Restoration?
Like I said, this program serves as a support group, and that makes all the difference. I mean, if you grow up inside of a neighborhood that's there's violence, there's poverty, there's stuff like that, there's people constantly telling you can't do something, chances are you're not gonna do it. If you have nobody that's there trying to tell you that you can achieve more than what you have, chances are you won't achieve more. But if you have people behind you, helping you, guiding you, it's not just the jobs, it's not just the internships. I mean, if you have a place where you can go when something is wrong, and those people are there to help you, then chances are you're going to do better, because you have people there that you can turn to if something is wrong, if something happens that can actually help you out. So that's why I think Brooklyn in general should definitely try to invest their resources and their time, their money into this program, because it helps to try to find young men that may have been to jail, or may have kids, young women who are single parents. This program serves as saying, yes, you have made particular mistakes, but we're here to say you can still become more.
Do me a favor, try to do the same, I guess the last part of your answer, but say Restoration Plaza instead of this place.
Okay. Restoration.
Restoration.
Bedside Restoration. Or
Bedside Restoration, or just Restoration.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So say it again?
Yeah.
Oh, I say Bedside.
Bedside.
You can just say Restoration. They know who it is.
Okay. Restoration serves as they kind of serve as like this program that for young men who've been to jail and they have a record, and young women who have, you know, kids and they're single moms and stuff like that. The majority of, you know, people out there is gonna say they're done, like their life is over, they can't really make it, you know, they've screwed up, done. But I've seen restoration, you know, take in those type of people and, you know, and actually change their whole life around. You know, like kids who were gang members, you know, they've stopped gang banging. You know, they went from that to school, to internships, to jobs, to a career, and you know, that's good. You know, to have a program inside of this area that's dedicated not to just students who's on track, but dedicated to help students that's off track as well, is something that, you know, we as people should definitely invest our resources in.
Perfect. Why do you think Youth Arts Academy is important to you and others?
Oh, actually.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's not your stuff. That's another person.
Yeah.
Share how you participated in
You might have answered this actually.
programs in high school while at Boys High, and now just graduated from college and now preparing for your masters. Preparing for a master's, because you already have your master's, yeah?
No, I'm getting my master's.
You're going into it right now?
Yeah, going into my master's.
Is this for when he was in high school? Share how you participated in the program, and you participated in restoration when you were in high school?
Yeah.
That part.
Okay.
I guess
Yeah.
the thing would be, I think he should clarify that he you just graduated from college.
Yeah, with my
And,
bachelor's.
Yeah, with your bachelor's, you're starting a master's in the fall.
Yeah.
I don't think that's clear, like, from what he says. You
Okay.
know, so I think that's the only thing. And also that, you know, during your experience at Brooklyn College, you actually got an opportunity to go to China. You should probably,
Okay.
Yeah.
because he kind of like threw it in, like, I've been to China.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so that's what I think.
So want me
that's what I
to
wrote there.
talk about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
just to elaborate, yeah.
So go?
Yep.
Okay.
Because you started with us in high school.
Yeah.
Then you went on, you know, well, you know what you could say, didn't you also didn't we help you with thinking about college choices? Or no?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, no, not too much.
Yeah, not too much, but a
Okay.
little.
Okay, okay.
All right, cool. All right.
Are you starting in high school, sorry?
Okay.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. So I graduated from Boys and Girls High School in 2008, and I studied a lot of business and computers. And after that, well, I think Boys and Girls kind of prepped me for college, because I remember when I was there, I had this teacher, and her name is Miss. What's her name? Miss. I can't remember her name exactly, but she was like the meanest teacher ever, and she gave us so much work. And I remember that one high school class was like 5 classes all together, because she gave maybe a 5-page paper today, and then inside the next 2 days there was another 15-page paper due, and then by the end of the week there was another 20 pages due. It was like he was constantly working. But inside of a way, she kind of made sure that the students in her class was ready for college, because by the time I got to Brooklyn College, I was breezing through it. I mean, the midterms and the finals and the stuff that students had to constantly worry about and, you know, run around, it was easy. I mean, it was just the fact that I was so used to doing so much work at Boys and Girls inside of her class. When I got to college, it was like a 1, 2, 3 thing. It was nothing. But at Brooklyn College, I got my bachelor's in international business, and like I said, in August, I'm going back to get my master's in business economics.
Say that last one just smoothly.
Okay. I'm going back to get my master's in business economics.
Cool.
So my time at Brooklyn College has been amazing. I mean, I've done so much for somebody who's only 22 years old. I've been to China, and like I said, China was something that was like, it was different than anything you ever experienced. Going to China, it kind of made me aware that the world isn't just this one place that we have here inside of this country where blacks are constantly racially profiled and cops want to beat us up and they're constantly harassing us. China was just everywhere I went, people, they wanted to take my picture, they wanted to shake my hand, they wanted to talk to me because they don't really see black people in China. So when they do see a black person, it's kind of like they want to embrace us. And it was a great trip. I went to the Great Wall of China. I went to the Silk Factory, the Jade Factory. We saw plays. We saw a lot of stuff, and the parties are cool. China was amazing.
Why did you go to China? Like, what program got you?
Yeah, the point of the whole thing to go to China was I was going there to study business, politics, and economics. So I went there and I took a course out there, and I studied business, I studied politics, I studied economics, I studied the culture, the values, trying to see how America is kind of the same and different from China, and it was a pretty cool experience. Something that I would if I had the chance to go to China again, I would definitely go because it's just a nice place. It's really a nice place.
How long were you out there?
About a month, about 29 days or something like that.
Give me that in a sense. I was in China for...
Yeah, I stayed in China for about 29 days. It was nice. We stayed at 5-star hotels. We went to the best places. It was just a great experience. And if you're a high school student, if you're college, or if you're in college, your first year or your second year, I definitely would say study abroad. It gives you a broader sense of the world.
Agreed. So take me back for a second and just talk about when did your relationship with restoration begin, and how did I guess participating in programs here, or how did restoration help you or contribute to your success as a college student? Just who you are as a human being. When did that relationship with restoration begin, and what has it given to you?
Like I said, I first joined the program in 2008.
Right. But you first started coming to restoration, or you first joined restoration? I don't know how to.
Yeah, I first came to restoration.
When I first came to restoration, instead of saying the place or the institution or something like that.
Okay. I first came.
Can you just say? Well, can I ask you to say in high school? Can I say generally? Can you just say just say high school? Okay. Because he actually started later than I had hoped. I wanted him to start like sophomore year, which would have been better.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That's okay. But yeah, you first came to restoration in high school.
Yeah, I first came to restoration in high school, and the program, restoration, they helped me with my cover letter, with my resume. They helped me kind of with my interviewing skills. They try to help the students in terms of speaking. And they had a separate program inside of the in youth thing to actually help students that wanted to become entrepreneurs. In terms of, I'm not sure if they still have it now, but I know at the time that I was here, they were trying to give, I think, around $2,000 to students that wanted to do business and stuff like that, to actually start their own business. And at the time, I was so young. I was maybe about 18 years old, and it was like, wow, these people are giving away money. It was like, I was so shocked, like they're giving us money. And I think that kind of struck a chord in my head, saying like, wow, these people actually believe in us to give us $2,000 to start our own, companies and stuff like. It was like, if they can say, okay, we trust in you that you can, do more, then I think at that point in my life, I was like, kind of trusted myself. I mean, you know, like that was the point where I was like, okay, I kind of trust myself. You know, if they wanted to give up $2,000 to help students that want to, you know, do business and stuff like that, you know, it starts with saying you yourself can do it. And that's where it kind of gave me the courage to go to college and the courage to take up business and, you know, to do stuff like that. So that definitely helped me out a lot, you know.
Oh yeah, I think I'm good.
I think it's perfect.
Cool.
I think it's good. Okay.
Good?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Good question. That was good. You worked around my time.
Perfect, and you're looking at me the whole time. Nerve-wracking sometimes.
I love his laugh. Don't you like that laugh? I love his laugh. I love his laugh.
Ready? Let me give you that right there. Beautiful. So introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about your background, especially you living in Brooklyn and participating in the programs they have here at Restoration.
I am Jacqueline White, and I'm an administrative assistant with Bedford-Stuyvesant Early Childhood Development Center, Inc. And I've been working there for about 13 years. And about a year ago, my program, which is a Head Start program, a nonprofit Head Start program, we had a meeting with Restoration Corporation to discuss how this organization could support the services that my Head Start program provide to the neighborhood. And we provide services, child care for scholars from 2.9 to 5 years old. So in the meeting about a year ago at Restoration Corporation, we decided that through these services, some of our parents could benefit from the services that this corporation offered, such as job search, the different benefits programs that some of our parents needed, and that we could refer our parents here for those services. And in return, some of the parents that would come through Restoration Corporation, they would need child care services. So it was a win-win relationship in that we would provide child care for some of the clients that Restoration would service through providing jobs, housing, financial counseling. And so from that meeting, they said that they would offer the services to the staff of Bed-Stuy Head Start as well. And in my mind, I knew that I wanted to become a homeowner. And at the meeting, I made up my mind that day that I was going to register for the financial empowerment program that they have here. And that's exactly what I did. As we left the meeting from the office, I stopped in the financial empowerment center, and I made an appointment that day. And one of the counselors there, Desta, gave me an appointment for that following Saturday. And my husband and I came back for the financial counseling session. And from that point, she started to tell us how we can repair our credit and to get our finances in a position where we could apply for a mortgage, because that was my plan. That was my goal, to secure a mortgage. I wanted to become a homeowner. And everything that my husband and I have done in the last 8-9 years, we've started to preparing for that. we had a substantial amount of debt. And we paid our debt down. We became debt free in October 2010. And we, through ADESTA and the Financial Empowerment Center, they helped us to track our progress in paying off our debt and repairing our debt. My husband had some things in his credit that needed to be repaired, and ADESTA told us what to do. We did it. And with our credit, she ran our credit. Our credit was nice, very good. And from that point, she suggested that we take a first-time home buyers program, and I applied for that, and I went through, I think it was a 4-week course, first-time home buyers, with the Pratt Area Community Center. And I found out a lot of things about being a homeowner. They gave us information about the inspection of a home, how you look for a home. And I did everything that they suggested that we do. My husband's job did not allow him to make the meetings as much, but because I work in the area, I work in Bedford-Stuyvesant, and all of the services was in this area. So it was more convenient for me to make the meetings and follow through on the programs, and I did that. And as I finished the first-time home buyers program, then I started looking for property. I started looking for property, and we found some property in East New York, and we went and filled out an application for to buy property. And today, we have signed a contract for our new property, and we are filling out the paperwork with one of the banks that is going to give us our mortgage. So we're at the process now where we're just completing the bank loan application, getting homeowners insurance, and it's just exciting. It's very exciting. So this process, you know, from the first time I started to work at Bedford-Stuyvesant Early Childhood Development, I obtained my degree while an employee at Bed-Stuy Head Start. I graduated in 2005 from Medgar Evers College with a Bachelor of Science degree. I graduated cum laude from Medgar Evers. So everything that has happened is all part of the process of a dream coming true for my family. You know, my family, we're going to be homeowners. We're leaving a legacy for our children and our children's children. So the services that I've gotten here at Restoration, I'm indebted. I'm indebted. I am so excited. This is a resource center. They have a program here called Single Stop. And for me, Single Stop means you can get everything done in one stop. So everything that you need, from housing, finances, child care, they can provide that. And I'm very excited about this. The relationship my program have with Restoration, the board members, they have a very on-hand relationship with my program to try to see how they can help us to better service the neighborhood community. So I'm very excited about that.
Okay. And why do you think others should support Restoration? You know, from an investment perspective is one thing, just giving financial support to Restoration, and also just people in the community. Like, why do you think people should give their support to Restoration?
Because, like I said, this is a resource. And a lot of times, if you don't have all of the advantages, if you don't have all of the things that you need, then you need to know a place that can help you and provide the resources that you need in order to move your life to the next area. They have a program here for formerly incarcerated men and women that can help them to get back into society, help them to get jobs, to help them get housing, which is so important in a family getting to to be empowered and getting to the next level in their life in order to for their children to even have a better opportunities, the educational opportunities. So Restoration Corporation being a resource center for this area, and it's so centrally located. In this area, I have 10 sites that are Head Start programs providing child care. Restoration is in the middle of all of those sites that we provide services for. So some of our parents have already enrolled in the program. So we provide a resource for our parents to reach out and to get the services that they need.
That was good. That was good. And then just to kind of elaborate and to go a little bit deeper into that is, why do you think people, others, whether it's other companies, should offer like financial support, you know, to Restoration to kind of keep the services going, you know?
Because if you provide resources to Restoration, then I believe you're providing resources for the entire community, because they touch this entire community. We serve 559 families, and Restoration is in effect touching all of those families. So Restoration becomes a central point for the community at large. So it's not just Restoration itself, it's the neighborhood, the community, the residents of this entire community, which our catchment area extends wide, from Woodhall Hospital all the way to Atlantic Avenue on that side, and to Howard Avenue, Broadway. So the catchment area is large, it's wide, and Restoration is touching all of those residents in this community.
How long have you been a resident of Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy?
40 some years. Let me age myself.
Just give me that in a sentence. Like, I've been living in Brooklyn.
I've been living in Brooklyn for at least 50 years.
And Restoration has been around for quite a long time.
As my first used to come to Billie Holiday Theater. This has been at least, I used to bring my older children to Billie Holiday Theater for the plays. So it's at least 30 years that I'm been familiar with Restoration. And Chase Bank was my bank. In fact, Chase Bank is my bank now. So we're here.
And then, so, I mean, with that in mind, like, just based on what you told me, like, I know and going to the theater is one thing, but kind of participating in the services that Restoration offers is new within the past 5-10 years for you. And my question is after kind of finally participating more actively in their programs, what to you has been like one of the best things that you've come to realize or understand about this place and the value it has for the Brooklyn community?
I didn't realize that they offered so many human resources to this area. I didn't realize that they had a financial empowerment center. I didn't realize that they offered job opportunities, housing. I didn't realize that this could be a resource for those areas. And it's when they say single stop, they mean single stop. You can get everything here. So.
Cool. I think that's it.
She's perfect. You're perfect.
There you go. That's it.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
All right, young man. Let's talk about this for a second.
Okay.
So introduce yourself. Tell me a little bit about your background, where you're from, and how you got introduced to restoration.
Okay. My name is Nikolai Pierre. I'm from Brooklyn. Family is Trinidadian, so I have a Caribbean background. How I found out about restoration. Our school was invited to come see a show at the Village Holiday Theater, and I met Miss Peggy there, and Mr. Robinson and I am also part of the drama club in my school. So our director and Miss Peggy met before, so I hate this. So a couple of months later, I guess, she called in and she spoke with Mr. Robinson, asked him if I can come in and audition for the youth arts company. And I did and got in, and it's been an amazing experience. I got to meet so many people, so many great people that has taught me, that has inspired me to become better, to become them in a sense, if I should say. Miss Peggy, knowing Miss Peggy has been just amazing, you know. She's a very powerful woman, you know, and she means what she's saying. She's all about making you feel at home, making you feel better, and I don't know, I enjoyed being here this time. I've met people such as the late Niles Ford, who's passed away. I've got a chance to work with him, Obadiah Wright, Miss Karen, you know, it's been great.
And how would you say that restoration has, I guess, contributed to your you being a better artist, you know, as a dancer? You know, how has restoration even contributed to you just in terms of who you are, you know, just as an individual? You know, how would you look at the contributions of restoration to you?
Well, as for dancing, I've improved drastically being here, you know, from the teachers, Miss Karen, who's such a great inspiration to me, you know. She's taught me to become stronger, you know. I've spent hours and hours at these studios just dancing my heart out till I can't dance anymore, and I feel great about it, you know. As a person, I've learned to mature, you know. I've intaked so many things, you know, that has made me a better, stronger, more intellectual human being. And that's what I say I took from being at restoration.
What would you say is the based on your experience, what you know, the people here, etc., is what to you is the value of restoration to the Bed-Stuy community?
Wow, the value is great, you know.
The value of restoration. Make sure you just make sure you're saying restoration and all that stuff.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Sorry. The value of restoration is just great, you know. I believe that if the whole community is, you know, attached to restoration, then everything would be
This will be edited, right?
Yes, sir.
Great.
You can even start that sentence over. You can even start it over.
Wait, let me figure out the word that I'm gonna use. I'm sorry.
It's all right. No. It's all about the value of restoration. Too.
Okay. So the value of restoration is great. You know, I believe that if everyone is connected with restoration, then the community as a whole will be improved. You know, I believe we won't have as much crime in Bed-Stuy as before if people are together and as one, in my mind.
And looking, I guess in thinking about what you just said, you know, why do you think people should give back to restoration or help it out, whether it's volunteering or giving financially, you know, to support this place?
Because restoration has given a lot to others, you know.
And do like this, like try to restate my question into your answer. So I think people should give or support restoration because.
Okay. I believe people that should support and give back to restoration because restoration has given a lot to people, you know, and it's only fair that they receive something back from that to continue on to help others.
I like you're going with that. I like that. How has restoration helped you prepare for college or SAT prep or?
Wow, a lot. My senior year was...
Restoration has.
Oh, okay.
Graduating.
Oh, yeah.
You're dancing. Or...
Okay. No, that's fine. Thank you for helping me out.
You're doing great.
Restoration has helped me drastically in my senior year. I'm a graduating senior of 2012, and I'm proud to say that I'll start that over.
You can say that, I didn't know.
Restoration has helped me out a lot with college, period, and just becoming a better person also. I've met Frank Doty and Miss Sharon Hammett at Boys and Girls my senior year, and the year was basically, it was very hectic for me. I had a lot going on for me. My head wasn't focused at all, and I wasn't thinking about college at all, and they dragged me to their office, you know, tell me numerous times. I mean, it got a bit, I would say, annoying at times, but you know what? It was for the better. So they took me in, you know, told me, you know, everything that I needed to know about college and everything, which I didn't know before at all, you know. And if it wasn't for them, you know, I wouldn't be starting school at all, you know. So actually, I auditioned for Purchase College and didn't get accepted, but it didn't break me down. So the plan was, and they helped me with this plan, that I can go to a community college, which I wasn't too fond of, but I trust them. So the plan is to go to BMCC, which I'm already accepted to, already got seated, and transferring out again to Purchase. So I'm going to try again. I dust my shoulders off, and I believe that, you know what, hard work and dedication would help me get to where I need to go. And they've taught me that.
Yeah, that's great. What classes did you take here?
Oh, like my...
Dance and what did you do?
Oh, okay. I've actually had ballet, modern African dance, such as there's Horton, Dunham, and I was exposed to those before, but at Restoration, it was definitely a new experience. It was a challenge for me, and I accepted the challenge, and through that, you know, it's made me so much stronger as a dancer. You know, I could do things now that I wasn't able to do before, and I'm happy to say that I've learned these things at Restoration through the wonderful people here and the wonderful choreographers and wonderful dance instructors, and I thank them.
Right.
That's good. That's good. And what about the names? Do you list the names of the mentions? Because you got some of them wrong. You don't need to.
The names of the people?
When you mention the people, like, you don't.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. If that's the case. What about, one other question. What about, like, didn't the Youth Arts Academy help expose you to, you performed a lot of different places?
Oh, yes.
And you got to go to different, places, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you mention a few?
Wait, let me get the thoughts together first. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have to mention BAM because BAM was just.
The Radio City Music Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Radio City Christmas show?
Yeah, with the Rockettes.
Yeah, it was made possible by Chase, actually. Yeah. And then anything else? Did you met anybody famous?
Did I? No, I don't.
Sometimes they do, in the past.
I mean, I met Baba Chuck. I mean, he's
Yeah.
pretty famous to me, I mean, he started Dance Africa. He's been doing it for 35 years, so.
That's great.
Okay, let me.
And related back to your experiences here, like through Restoration, I've had the opportunity to.
Okay, right. So I guess I'll just start it off just like that,
Yes,
right?
indeed.
Okay, let's get the thoughts together. The Nutcracker, Dance Africa, Youth Arts Academy concert. Wow, there's a lot. Can I just mention
Just
the
a few, just a couple.
just a few?
Yeah,
Okay.
just want to show that you were exposed to a, broader world,
Okay.
like-
What was the sentence?
Through Restoration, I've had the opportunity to.
Okay. Okay. Through Restoration, I've had the opportunity to perform at various places, which was so great to me. I got a chance to be in the Nutcracker, the Ebony Nutcracker, with James Atkins, and that was a very fun experience. We had a very good time rehearsing for that. I've also got a chance to dance in the company's performance, their June concert, which was also just great. It was amazing, and I got the wonderful chance of being in Dance Africa. I believe that I was the only student who's been at Restoration for such a short amount of time, and actually got to be in center stage on that stage. I mean, it was great. I met Baba Chuck, who's such a he's just a great person in general, and he's taught me key things in life, and I thank him. I thank the people at BAM, and just I loved meeting new people. It was my first time actually, I would say, doing African dance, and yeah, I mean, the people that I've met there, we got a chance to meet people from Ghana, who we actually work with, learning choreography with them and performing it on stage, and I love the experience, seeing the people, the lights, the love that we felt from everybody was just amazing.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, you're done. Is there anything else?
I just want to get.